What is up guys, Maze here and I'm back on another video, and today we'll be going over the best settings for Modern Warfare Warzone for Season 4. Now before we do get into this video, make sure you guys do go down below, drop a like, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications. Let's try to go over 20 likes on today's video. That would be great. And this video was actually highly requested by a numerous amount of people, so I do want to give you guys the best settings for Warzone because I know a lot of you do play this game. Now by the way guys, go follow my shorts channel and then go follow my TikTok as well as my Twitter. I'm pretty active on my Twitter, so if you guys want to contact me or anything on there, that would be amazing. And if you guys want to join the Maze community, definitely join that Discord, man. It's right in the description. We got a lot of people in there and we can definitely have so much more, man. So definitely join that Discord. And yeah, let's get straight into the video. So first of all, let's get straight into the controller settings because I know a lot of you guys want that right now. So the first thing I do use is default flip. Now guys, if you don't have a scuff controller, you don't have any paddles, I recommend just put it to stick and move flip, so you can jump with your right stick, or you could even put it to tactical where you can just drop shot instantly in this game, which is very good, man. This game is really nice because you can easily drop shot, besides Cold War where it's a little bit harder. So yeah, put a default flip or whatever you guys are comfortable with. Now for the Deadzone, I keep it at 0.06. Now I do have a video up on my channel, go check that out. I do calibrate the Deadzone setting in that video, so go check that out for the Deadzone setting. Now horizontal and vertical, now this is all up to you. I know some of you do use insane, some people do use 12, some people use 5. I just stick it right in the middle with 7.7. I've been playing with this since for about 2 years, 3 to 4 years now. I've been always keeping it around 7.7. Sometimes I may put it to 6.6 or even 5.5, but most likely I have it 7.7 just because this game is very fast paced. You want to be able to turn on people, move around quicker, and overall just you're gonna have a better experience. For the low zoom, I keep it at 0.95 and high zoom 1.0. Honestly, this by far like the best setting you can have for the low zoom, just because your aim, your accuracy, everything is going to be on point with this. And for the aim response curve type, I use dynamic. This is just for Warzone, right? So dynamic is going to work the best for you. If you're playing multiplayer, I would say stick to the standard. Now controller vibration, always disable that. You never want to keep that on. It seriously becomes a huge problem. It just throws off your aim, by the way. Now for aim assist, I use standard. Don't really mess around with anything else. It's gonna mess you up like completely. Now focusing, obviously if you put focusing, it's too strong where you're gonna be it's too strong where it's going to be really inaccurate and you're going to be missing your shots, and you sometimes it aims in to people where you don't even want it to, so it's not good. Don't put it to focusing, just keep it standard. Now for scale aim assist FOV, enable that. This, and then these settings right here, I keep it default. I don't really want to mess around with this too much. Maybe you can change this if you want to. I think contextual tap for the use reload behavior, it's all right. Some people do use that, but I say stick with the tap reload. Now for the use reload behavior, I keep it tap to reload. The depleted ammo weapon switch, I enable this as well. And for the armor plate behavior, I think applying 1 is the best, because sometimes you don't want to apply all your armor, or sometimes you may want to apply all your armor, right? So this is just up to you, because sometimes I know in Warzone you can give armor to like any of your teammates. So I just recommend keep it to apply 1, which is the most recommended setting that I recommend for you guys. Now slide behavior, I keep it tap. It's the fastest thing ever. You don't even have to hold it down, just click tap, slide very efficiently. Auto move forward, I enable this, and automatic sprint, I disable it. Now this is the same thing as Cold War. Some of these settings are same, some of these are a bit different for the Warzone, by the way, just to let you know guys, if you guys are a returning subscriber on this channel. Now the reason why I do this, auto move forward, I can just move the stick up and I'm just moving forward. But if I'm having automatic sprint, I want to disable this, so I'm not always running. I can choose if I want to walk or do whatever. I have more control and it's more efficient. And yeah, that's pretty much. And then parachute auto deploy, I have enabled. Now guys, that is it for the controller settings. I know a lot of you guys came for that, but I'm also going to be giving out the PC settings for the graphics. If some of you guys run Warzone on your PC, here we go. Now for the display mode, I keep it full screen borderless just because I'm a YouTuber and I record this game, you know, full screen borderless, and obviously that's because I have OBS running and I have other things running, so I can always switch my tabs and whatnot. But if you want, you could keep it full screen borderless. You don't have to, but you can. And then you could also, but I recommend just stick with full screen. I think that's pretty good. And then yeah, so my display adapter, this is just your graphics card, so I'm running a 2060. Now render resolution, I recommend please keep this at 100. You don't want to keep it higher because it's not needed, and it's gonna waste your frames as well. Now guys, by the way, these settings is gonna work best, and you guys are gonna get the most amount of frames possible while having your game look good. Now aspect ratio, I keep it automatic. I think this is by far the best. You don't really want to change this. Just do not mess around with this. Sync frame, disable this. This is VSync, always disable. Now for the custom frame rate limit, I have it on custom, and this is what you guys want to change. Now for me, I have a monitor that's 165 hertz, so since it's 165, I bump it up 25 frames. So since it was 175, I do 85, 95, and then to be honest, you could even bump it up 15. It doesn't even matter, but I recommend whatever you have as your monitor, bump it up at least 20 times, just because the game's going to be a little bit more fluid, and it's going to push out a little bit more frames, so your game won't look a little bit stuttery, which I know it happens to a lot of people. Video highlights, I have an NVIDIA graphics card. You might not even see this if you have AMD. Keep this disabled. Low reflex latency, this is the best thing by far NVIDIA has ever released. I keep it enabled. I don't recommend boost because that is actually going to the surprising thing is this is actually going to give you latency, so you do not want this at all. Keep it enabled. Now display gamma 2.2. Now these are the most important settings. I want you guys to copy this down. Normal for texture, normal for streaming, texture, normal, texture filter, anisotropic, normal, particle quality low, enabled for bullet impact and sprays, tessellation disabled, and on-demand texture streaming enabled. These are very important, guys. If you have this like at high, if you have this at high, it's not needed. Please keep these settings, man. If you have a lower graphics card, like say maybe a 1660 or a little bit lower than that, maybe you guys can bump this down to low here, and then maybe you can put texture quality low. But these are by far these are the best settings for anyone, no matter what graphics card you have. These are going to be very good settings for you. Now shadow and lighting, I have it at normal, spot shadows disabled, cache sun shadows disabled. Particle lighting, this is debatable. Some people put this on ultra, but I think this is going to lead you to a lot more frame loss, so keep it at high. Ray tracing, always disable that. That's going to take up so many frames if yours. Do not do that. Ambient occlusion, I disable this actually. You could enable this, to be honest, you could enable this, but it's just up to you. To be honest, I'm just going to enable it just for sake of it. Screen place reflection, you could put this high, but I really don't notice any difference, so maybe just keep it on normal. Now for the filmic strength, I keep it at 0. I tried this at 1, it did not look that great, so I just keep it at 0. But you guys can have this at anything you want. Not an important setting, by the way. NVIDIA DLS, this is for a lot of people who have this is for the people who have the NVIDIA graphics card. Now you could try out, you know, performance just to get higher frames. If you're struggling, you can keep it on quality as well, just to have the game look a bit better. But I just have it disabled. I don't really need any of these on. Personally, it makes my game look a lot worse, so I don't have these on. Now the anti-aliasing, I have the Filmic SMMA T2X. Depth of field, I enable. Actually no, you can disable this. It's not that, I don't think it's that important, guys. I think this might, you know, throw frames. I think this might, you know, you might lose frames for this one. World motion blur, always disable these. Film grain, always keep it at 0. And dynamic resolution, enable this with keeping the frame rate target at your monitor's frames. So that is pretty much it for the video, man. I hope you guys did enjoy this, man. Definitely drop a like, hit that subscribe button, turn on post notifications if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.